The following podcast contains naughty language and ridiculous situations. Listener discretion is advised.
You know, I have a real love for Rob Zombie. You know, I dug his music when he was with White Zombie. I dug his solo act. And I even dug a couple of his films. But now he's really really killed me with his idea that he's going to do the Munsters. I don't know how this is going to work. I really don't. The Munsters' good-natured, family, wholesome attitude combined with with Zombie's brash, almost 14-year-old swearing dictionary. I don't know how it's going to work. I mean, what's going to happen? Is Herman going to call Lily a fucking cunt while Eddie is like jerking off to Play Wolf magazine? I mean, what the hell is going to happen? Is Grandpa going to be dropping F-bombs like every 2 minutes? Yeah, I can't. And we're going to end up seeing Lily's pale gray-green ass at some point, I'm sure, because it will be played by Sherry Zombie. We know this. We just know this is going to happen. It's going to be a travesty. I sense it right now. Much like the travesty that we're enduring right now on this show. And welcome to Trick or Treat Radio.
Welcome all you little zombies. You're listening to Trick or Treat Radio, starring the Deadites.
Welcome to episode 463 of Trick or Treat Radio. Trick or Treat Radio is the world's most dangerous podcast and recorded in front of an undead studio audience here at Castle Wolfenstein, also at the Lair of Lost Swag within the Raven Chateau, also Casa de Zero and the Lair of the Gods. We are live once again from 4 locations. We had a little roboting at the beginning. Let's hope that doesn't persist. I think we're good now, maybe.
Oh, we might be.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, fuck.
What'd you do, Raven Shadow?
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, you did something.
I don't think I did anything.
So we are live, and on this evening's show, we are going to be talking about a film entitled Spare Parts, kind of a little bit of a grindhouse throwback style of cinema. So we'll be talking about that, and we'll play any voice messages that you guys have happened to send our way. I think we have 1 or 2 already. We are live now, so if you're watching live, you have the ability to send a voice message in. Let us know what you thought about Spare Parts if you happen to catch it, the films that we've done in the last several weeks to years, or just something you've checked out, if there's something cool that you're digging. We always want to know about that. So there is still some time. If you're listening live, send it to podcast@trickortreatradio.com, and we'd love to hear from you. By the way, did anyone see the show Sweet Tooth yet? I know we talked about it a little bit last week.
Not yet.
No. Okay, I would hope to watch it, but I didn't get a chance. So
I'm trying to finish some series off before I start new ones.
Trying to finish them off, huh?
Yeah, top it off.
Park your car in their garage.
Yeah, rub a couple episodes out. Fire off a few seasons. You know what I'm saying?
Rub a couple episodes out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Even I don't talk like that.
But no, listen.
Maybe you should.
Yeah. Well, remember that restaurant conversation from a couple years ago?
Oh, man. Which one?
So I finally got around to blankety blank.
Yeah. Well, that's what I figured. But there is multiple conversations that it could be. So.
Yes. I have no filter.
No, you don't. You never have.
And I'm proud of that, as a matter of fact.
Why are you proud of that?
Because we live in a world of censorship, and people shouldn't be censored.
Say that again, MZ. I didn't catch that.
I said,
I muted him.
I cut onto that quick. I cut onto that quick. You didn't get me on that. You almost did, but you didn't.
Well, no one knows because I hit mute. So. Oh man! So all right, no one saw that, but did anyone see the He-Man trailer that dropped today?
Yes, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks cool. Raven Shadow, have you seen it?
No, I watched like some of the. You're talking about the Kevin Smith joint, right?
Mhm.
No, I watched a couple of like promotional stuff, but I've not seen the official trailer yet.
It's pretty good. They play what's the song I Need a Hero by Bonnie Tyler,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, which fits perfectly.
Yeah,
And
it's pretty good.
My major concern was going to be the animation. I was really worried about how fluid it was going to be, or whether or not it was going to jive well. And it looks phenomenal. It looks absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait for this to come out. Mark Hamill, who plays He-Man, and
Hey man.
yeah. Well, I kind of wish Alan Oppenheimer was doing Skeletor, But I mean, Beastman and Trapjaw, they look awesome. Especially Beastman. He looks fucking scary, dude.
Oh
You
yeah.
fired fool.
He looks legit.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. I'm excited for it. It's dropping. I think it was July 23rd or 27th or something like that. I think it was the 23rd. So yeah, should be cool. Aries, did you happen to catch it?
I did not know. I didn't have a chance to.
Are you a fan of He-Man?
I am not a huge fan, but I did watch it when it was back in the 80s.
So supposedly this is continuing from the I don't know which story, but I think it was continuing from the 80s story, I think it said.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, but I don't remember a cliffhanger or anything, to go off of. I don't know if we need to revisit the 80s to really follow what's going on.
You going to say something, Raven Shadow?
No, I mean, I love T-Man. I remember getting those.
Did you say T-Man?
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah. Nice cup of tea, man. He was the British version.
Man.
I have the crumpets.
I have the creamer.
Oh shit.
T-Man.
And the masters of the scones. And it wasn't at all homoerotic. And that's nothing wrong with that. But wowzers. Some of those outfits, what? But no, I was a huge He-Man mark back in the day. And I loved when they had the mini comics, in that came with the figures. They're really drawn really dark and kind of scary and stuff. Even the bad guys, and the cartoon came on and kind of changed it a little bit. But I do remember, I forget what grade school it was. Might have been 10th grade. No, much younger than that, kindergarten and whatnot. I showed up I was very excited to have my He-Man figure. And I was so disappointed where another kid actually had a mail order Duke from G.I. Joe that in those days you couldn't just buy them in the stores. You had to mail away with your flag points.
Yeah.
I was very dejected.
Oh, you sound like the beginning of the Xbox song.
On Duke.
And I mean, Man at Arms looks pretty badass. Evil Lynn looks badass. I didn't notice Orko. Did any of you guys mention or see Orko at all?
Oh yeah, Orko was in it.
Was he? Okay, I missed that. I'll take another look at it.
It was kind of badass too.
Fucking robots killing me, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch devices once again because I'm not gonna wait till later. So, you guys are gonna lose the connection for a sec, but I will still be here. So I will talk. Funny thing is, I have to actually move away from the mic. So, one sec. All right, is the robot still there? Is it gone?
No,
No, what?
no, he's still there.
What is he doing? What did he say?
He brought friends, and he said, "I don't give a fuck about your
I don't care about your robot.
Johnny."
Not as bad as it was before, though.
You know, it's very clear.
Uh,
It's clear, fucking azure sky in deepest summer.
Double D says, I'm pretty sure 80s He-Man was homoerotic, Raven Channel. Don't get me wrong, it was cool, but definitely homoerotic.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, come on. When they brought in fucking Fisto, son, come on, Fisto. Even as I'm like, that's fucking weird. And he had the big, like, almost Raleigh Fingers beard, mustache within the beard. But that's fine. That's fine. It's fun. Man at Arms. Ooh, Manny Faces. This they didn't even try with some of the names either.
What's wrong with Manny Faces?
That's pretty clever. That's pretty clever. But
It
then,
is
like,
clever.
let's
It's
take
clever.
repainted Merman and have him be a part skunk. Oh, he'll be Stinkor. Okay. But no, it's very exciting. You guys remember when they had that? They did the new Adventures of He-Man when they even had the action figures. They slimmed him down and they had him in space. And then He-Man actually wore like blue spandex trousers.
Yeah.
And it was really weird. I want to say that was very late 80s, maybe 87, 88.
I think that was more in the 90s.
It might have been close.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a mistake regardless. It just didn't look right.
Yeah, it was very weird. But I'm not gonna die on the He-Man hill.
Yes, let's put him in pants. That would be wrong.
Yeah.
Really? That's
Well, think about the commotion that Wonder Woman they put her in pants and the fucking internet lost its fucking mind. Meanwhile, it's spandex, so I mean, not for nothing. It's very full fit, is what I'm saying.
Yes,
Form-
yes. Evil Corny says, I thought I saw that Fisto was black in the trailer.
For heavens. Well, that's fair.
Yeah, I only watched it once and I was kind of like a little distracted, but yeah, it looks good. It's the same animation studio. I can't remember the name of the studio, but they did the Castlevania show for Netflix as well, which I heard a lot of good things about.
Okay.
Did you? I think we talked about it briefly, but did you hear who wrote Castlevania Raven Shadow?
I wrote the series.
Yeah, it was Warren Ellis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So yeah, so we got He-Man coming in July, and kind of looking forward to that.
I kind of want to take it back to Monster Zero's outrageous intro, even garbled in robotic.
Oh
Crazy.
yeah. You're excited for Rob Zombie's The Monsters?
Well, I mean, once again, I'm not going to die on that hill. I don't really have a dog in the fight, but I mean, I think you're being outrageous. I don't think Rob Zombie's ever just done, fucking. For the movies, is there ever really a lot of nudity in these movies? He's not like a fucking Porky's flick.
No, there's nudity in his films. Of course there is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's more like violence nudity, nothing like sexy. It's more like violence and.
well, either way, that's really steering away from what the monsters were, and that's his concern.
Right, but I think once again, I like Rob Zombie's music very, very much. Even though his films might be hit or miss, I'm always interested in what he does. I like the dude. The dude's fucking awesome. I think that.
Let me interject real quick. Who do you like better, Kid Rock or Rob Zombie?
Oh fuck, Spider, Rob Zombie's kid brother from Parliament.
Come on,
represent.
Kid
That's
Rock
true.
said some dumbass shit recently. What else is new, right?
I was fucking waiting for this, Johnny. Listen, I don't know the man.
Yeah.
I don't see. He's not on my friends list that I'm aware of. But what do you say?
What? Oh, I'm not going to repeat it.
Oh, is it that bad?
It was the F word, the about homosexual. Yeah. It was
called him a bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
I kind of thanks Aries. I kind of figured it out.
Bundle of sticks.
Thanks, buddy. Well, that's probably stupid. Yeah, that's stupid. I'm not saying he's not a dummy, and he's fucking.
He's like a right wing fucking nutbag now.
Yeah, which is fucked up because that's not how he was. Like once again, Kid Rock is Ba with the Ba era '97. I like the Polyfuse method. Once again, this is a guy that went on tour with fucking Ice Cube back in the day. He's got a song called Black Girl White Guy. Like he's
That makes him so progressive.
well, his son is half black. He has a half black child. So I mean, I think he's leaning into obviously the redneck roots. I mean, he's less of a rapper, more of an adapter. To quote,
Jeez.
but obviously he's leaning into this is where he can make money now, and he's a fucking dummy. That's stupid.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you too much. Let's get back to Rob Zombie. I don't want to talk about Kid Rock anyways.
Well, yeah, fucking A. But I would think Rob Zombie comes from that era. He loves the Monsters probably as a kid. Probably was very influential to him. It was why fucking who's the Aries boy with the scissors? Tim Burton.
Aries boy with the scissors.
Yeah, Aries loves Tim Burton.
Are you kidding me?
He's having fun.
Aries, I didn't know your boy was the guy with the scissors.
And the fucking.
All right, let's get to your point. Where are we going with this?
Come on, let's hop in. But I would think that he grew up with that kind of stuff. It was probably like for him, Fisher Price, his first horror, right? So I would think whatever adaptation they're doing, you're not going to see Lily Munster on a fucking stripper's pole, which I mean, not to be, I'm okay with that. But who knows? Maybe they'll do a weird dark. Is it a movie or a TV show? I'm not sure.
I believe it's going to be a movie on Peacock, on the NBC streaming network.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Can they use the F word? I don't know. The Munsters have never used that kind of stuff. I don't think they would do it. I think they would probably just be more spooky.
I don't know.
Well, there's no question. I have total confidence. There is a couple of aspects of this project that I am looking forward to, and that's the makeup effects and the set design. I have no lack of confidence in those two areas. Zombie's use of set design is really, really quite good. So mixing that in with the gloom and doom house of 1313 Mockingbird Lane, I can see nothing but great things going on. And hopefully that's where a majority of this project will take place. Because I really want, if I'm going to see this, which, I'm a stupid son of a bitch, of course I'm going to see it. I really hope a lot of this does take place in 1313. Because the set design for this should be completely off the chain, as well as the makeup effect. Makeup effects should be equally interesting, progressive, and dynamic. It should be really, really good.
I mean, it could be. It could be Addams Family level. I mean, those films were incredible, and I think that I never really watched the show. I know when they guest starred on Scooby Doo, but I adored what was done in Addams Family, and if they could do something similar, I'd be down for that.
But the concern is Rob Zombie has never made anything that would lead you to believe he's going to make something along the same lines as that TV show. The Addams Family, the TV shows and the original two movies were very on par with what they should be. Rob Zombie has not had a history of following along with that.
That's true. That's true. He's going to break every taboo known to man in this movie.
Right.
I mean, you think of the Munsters. You think of Eddie and his little teddy bear Woof Woof. You think of Herman working at the funeral parlor. With his gigantic ass fucking Aries sized lunchbox.
Lily.
And and Lily, cooking and get knitting or whatever, and Grandpa making potions down in the basement, and yeah, all that shit's gonna happen. but there's going to be about 500 f-bombs thrown in there for good measure.
What?
No, you can't. You can fear that, but you can't assume that.
Well, he hasn't had a movie yet that doesn't do that.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's the fear, but I'm not saying he's going to do that. I hope he doesn't. I hope he takes his artistic style in a new direction for this.
You know what? Honestly, I hope so too. I just have very little faith in it.
You have very little faith in a lot.
Yes, I do.
You just keep your expectations low, and you'll be fine, right, MZ?
That's right.
Well, because you know what? A number of years ago, it's probably between 10 and 20 years ago, they actually made another movie, a TV movie.
Yeah.
I think I actually might have spoke of this.
Yes, you did.
It was called Mockingbird Lane.
Yeah.
It was a darker take on the story, but it still kept it lighthearted.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be a pilot, and the show just never got picked up. And I was very disappointed because I watched that and was very interested because it was darker but still fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that, if he could recapture that, that would be amazing.
I still think too, it's like Guy Ritchie, who obviously made his, and I'm thinking about this a lot because El Goro touched upon this in a recent episode. But Guy Ritchie did his Eurocrime shit, and then he made the live-action Aladdin movie, and there was no fucking Bullet Tooth Tony in fucking I don't know where Aladdin.
Whoa. I don't think he did Aladdin.
Yeah, he did the live-action version.
The one with Will Smith?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Well,
I thought he did another property. That's why you're right. Wow.
Holy shit.
So I mean,
who knew?
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Did you see Raven Shadow?
I don't have to see it. You know what I mean? I didn't, as you know, Goro talked about it last week. But I didn't know that either. I had to fucking listen to Goro.
So you found out through Goro.
So I'm telling you, listen to Talk Without Rhythm is a lot less fucking roboting.
Well, it's none right now. Oh, you jinxed it. You fucking jinxed it.
Where's the bamboo?
Are you playing footsies with the wires under the table? Is that what you're doing?
Where's the bamboo? Where's the lucky bamboo? Bring it back.
I'm gonna get it.
No.
No. Get back here.
God damn it.
Get back here.
He was in the middle of a point, too.
That point is gone. Just
dumb bastard.
Well, let me catch up on the chat room real quick. Creepy Girl's hanging out. She says, I think people should not judge something they haven't seen. That's just crazy. Our boy Murph is here hanging out. What's up, Murph? Creepy Girl says, I love Zombie and Sherry, and I'm excited Elvira will be in it. I always loved the look of his films and style. I didn't love every movie he did, but I never judged them or gave my opinion until I saw them. So, MZ, to counter that, I know Creepy Girl is your girl. How come you're passing judgment without having seen it?
Because that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what he does. He'll judge everything before he sees it.
Yeah. And I'll even judge things even after I've seen it.
Wow.
Judge him incorrectly.
Yeah. Wow.
It's the it's like Aaron says, it's the expectations. I mean, Zombie's history of not having the script written like it was written from a 14-year-old is not very good.
Well, my hope is he doesn't write. I generally like him as a director. For the most part, he's had some misses for sure. 31 and what was the last one he did? 3 from Hell was just okay.
Halloween 2.
Yeah, Halloween 2. I mean, he's had some more misses lately. And I think a lot of that has to do with script. I like his style for the most part. So I do hope he has. I don't mind if he comes up with the story. Maybe just have someone help with the script a little bit. Because I think he's generally got decent ideas. But I really do not want to see Sherry Moon as Lily. I really, that immediately, if I hear that casting, it's gonna just turn me off to wanting to see it.
Yeah. Well, it's going to happen. So I'm thinking it was mentioned by who was it? What's his name? He was in Lords of Salem. He was in 31. He was the guy with the beard and the long hair.
Richard Brake.
No.
Oh.
No. Fuck, what's his name?
Chop Top.
No, not Chop Top.
I think you'd remember his name.
He's the one who dropped the news yesterday. I can't remember his name though.
Oh, Jeff Daniel Phillips.
Jeff, yeah. He might end up playing Herman.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm trying to think of who is tall enough to play that character. I mean, he could get the guy who played Tiny in House of a Thousand Corpses, but he died unfortunately. I think Mosley would play Grandpa.
I don't know. I honestly, I would rather see him step out of his comfort zone a little bit and just work with some different actors. Like much, they could play bit parts, have cameos, or play smaller characters. But I just think he needs to get out from under his own little umbrella.
Well,
that's what I'm hopeful for with this whole thing. It's not going to be his usual casting. It's going to be a whole new group of people and a whole new style of filmmaking.
Well, because Philip Daniels dropped the news, I am assuming he's part of the cast somewhere.
Well, he's supposedly. I mean, there's some rumors out there that he is gonna play one of the lead characters. So
he's gonna play Spot.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember if he was supposed to play Herman or not from what I saw, but I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out in time. Creepy Girl says Zombie goes all out. He does half-ass stuff. He puts genuine effort into stuff because he's a horror fan. I think she means doesn't half-ass stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think he fucking phoned it in for 31. I'll just say that. I think 31's terrible.
Oh, 31 is awful.
It's terrible. And anyone I just can't see someone watching that movie and saying, yeah, that's fucking it. That's the movie I wanted to make. But Devil's Rejects is is fucking beautiful, is awesome. It's really good, So
yeah,
he has good movies in him. I don't know if it's as the budget went away, he wasn't able to mask stuff as well. I'm not sure, but so yeah, Murph kind of talks about. He says, "I think you can make an educated guess based on the filmmaker's track record. No one thinks Uwe Boll is going to crank out an Oscar winner anytime soon."
All right, I'm looking up Jeff Daniel Phillips' bio. He stands 6'4".
Yep.
Okay, so he's pretty tall. Just a few inches shorter than Fred Gwynn, but a little shorter than Fred Gwynn. But being 6'4" ain't a bad start if you're going to play Herman Munster.
No, and nothing says Herman Munster has to be a giant.
Right. I mean, look at what they made fucking your boy there into a fucking hobbit.
Fuck. Oh yeah.
Who's your Spectre Vision? Who's your boy?
Oh, Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Okay.
The man to a fucking hobbit. So, I mean, they can do shit.
And I thought for a long time, fucking Danny Trejo was 6'5".
Yeah, no shit.
Until we saw him at Rocket Shock, and it's like, who's that little kid? Oh shit, that's Danny Trejo. Somebody tell me
with the mustache.
Yeah, who's that little kid with all those tattoos and a mustache? He shouldn't be in here.
And people change their track records all the time in Hollywood. Look how many comedic actors break out into serious roles, and they do outstanding at it.
Yeah.
At some point, everyone wants to break out of the mold and do something different, and we can all hope that this is it for Rob Zombie.
You know what I was bummed about? I really wish he had made Broad Street Bullies. I think that would have been a great movie for him to do at the time. Like, what was that, like about 10 years ago or so? I think that would have been a perfect movie for him to make, and it fell through, and that's unfortunate.
That was the hockey movie, right?
Yeah.
That'd have been pretty fucking cool.
I just think he could have made a real gritty sports movie, you know, and at that time maybe it would have allowed him to spread his wings a little bit, you know, and do something different. But you know, fell through. That's the way things happen sometimes in films. So he didn't get a chance to make it. All right, so let's see. Wonder if there's anything else I wanted to talk to you guys about this week. Any other news or anything interesting happening? Oh, this is, I mentioned this a little bit on our Patreon episode, but I should make a video and send it to you guys because the cicadas down here are fucking insane. This is you know, I've been down here for the previous 1.5 summers. So this isn't, you know, it's not my first summer down here, but this is they're calling a brood X, and it's like every 17 years this brood comes, and they're like millions, if not billions, of cicadas down here. So it's every night. It's like Night of the Living Dead. I hear them like banging on the window because they fly into the window and they just kind of like, you know, stay on there because they're attracted to light. So if there's light inside, they're like attracted to it. And these things are huge. They're like a good 2 inches, probably upwards of 2 inches, maybe 3 inches. They don't hurt you. They don't bite. They don't sting or anything like that. They're just huge, and they fly around, and they live underground for 17 years, and then they come out of ground and then grow wings. So my guess is that they probably don't know how to use those wings very well. It's like one tiny part of their life cycle when they get wings. And so it's, you know, in Night of the Living Dead, you know, you hear like banging and knocking on the windows and groaning. Instead, this is like screaming. Do you guys know what cicadas sound like? I can't remember I think we had them up there, but they're just a lot less than they are down here.
Yeah, like Ganga Bong.
Ganga Bong. Yeah, like it's just like that.
It's like a high pitched screeching noise.
Sort of, yeah. It sounds like high tension wires, you know, like what are those? Is that what they're called? The huge yeah, transformers or more than meets the eye. But it sounds like a high pitch sort of like that, and some of the different species sound different. So there's one that sounds like a sound effect right from War of the Worlds. Like if you listen to War of the Worlds, you'll hear something that sounds exactly the same. They must have got it from the cicada, and it's so fucking loud. I think someone measured, and it was like 100 decibels was the sound level when you're near them. And there's a lot of them. It's like a fucking cacophony. So anyways, you hear them like screaming at the windows, like fucking knocking into it. it's fucking crazy. And every morning we wake up, there's like a ton of dead ones on the balcony. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
And,
How's T-Dog handling it?
Fine. I mean, just like me. I mean, they don't really bother us, but it's just like kind of annoying, you know. When we take Ozzy out for walks, and like they invariably will just fly into us because they're clumsy and all over the place. So, yeah, they're literally everywhere. Like on the sidewalk, you can't walk down the sidewalk and not see not see dead ones or live ones moving around slowly.
It takes them 17 years to grow or to incubate. So
yeah, they stay underground as nymphs for 17 years in the ground.
How do they eat food? Do they absorb the nutrients?
They suck tree sap.
Oh, shit, I'll fucking do that.
I'm like a fucking authority on cicadas now because I was like, what the fuck is with these?
So they suck on sap for 17 years. It's almost like they get their driver's license, right? 17, and they get their car, and because they had 3 2-hour classes, they're allowed to be on the road with us, motherfucking. God damn it! Put your fucking phone down, cicada. Stop playing with the earbuds in, you prick.
So it's pretty nuts. I think they're in a little Philadelphia, maybe Virginia and West Virginia is where they're really, really bad right now. I guess it's and I don't know if you guys saw, but apparently a cicada flew onto Joe Biden recently, and people were saying he got bit by a cicada. but they don't actually bite.
Yeah, it was just because of his reaction. Because
Yeah.
you could tell at the point where he landed, like, all of a sudden he just reached up and flicked it off.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to smash those on yourself because you'll have
No, that'd make a
you'll
big
have-
mess.
Yeah, guts everywhere.
Be like fucking Men in Black. It's fucking.
It would be like the giant dragonfly scene from the movie Caveman.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, can we address this comment Evil Corny just make? Corey ate 2 chocolate-covered ones.
Yeah, I think I saw he posted something about that. Fuck that. I mean, obviously I'm not going to eat them anyways, but MZ, apparently they're related to like lobsters and shrimp. They're in the same family as lobsters and shrimp, so you shouldn't eat them.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, anyone with a shellfish. I did hear that.
Yeah.
The shellfish. I don't know why you would eat chocolate-covered ones. Was it a dare? I don't know. Like, oh.
Chocolate covered shit all the time. Chocolate covered ants and grasshoppers and motherfuckers.
I don't care what you eat.
No, I don't eat that.
They're enormous. Like I'll have to take some pictures for you guys for like scale or something. They're fucking enormous. So like yeah, like like as big as some like of like little action figures, like those old school like WWE wrestling action figures with the ring. Yeah.
Really?
It's
Jesus, I hate to bite into like a Mounds bar and find out that it's a giant cicada.
you never know.
Oh,
No,
my
I'm gonna
God.
lay a finger on my cicada finger.
Yeah, Murph says it's interesting that the different amount of years versions look different. The 17-year ones are super metal. Yeah, because we heard them the last couple of years, but we never really saw them all that much. We'd see them occasionally, but this year they're fucking everywhere, and it's so loud. You go outside and it sounds like a fucking sci-fi movie. It's nuts.
Is there any discussion in where you live where they're talking about exterminating these things, or
I don't think they can.
They'll be gone in a couple of weeks, they said.
Yeah, they usually last about 6 weeks. And the birds go nuts. The birds, squirrels, anything with a basically they say anything with a mouth fucking eats them. So apparently humans too. But yeah, like because we have a bird feeder on our balcony, and during cicada season, like there's like so much less action at the feeder. It's pretty funny.
Fuck your seeds. We got the cicadas.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good, bro. Fuck your vegan seeds, son.
We're gonna eat some fucking meat.
6 weeks.
fucking crazy.
Corny posted the video of Corey eating them. I'm definitely not gonna watch that.
I gotta touch that. I don't know.
Yeah, give us the lowdown, Aries. Tell us what's
Oh,
going on.
no, you're just this. Let me go.
But I'm not.
Yeah, it's exciting just to watch me. You guys can talk while I'm watching this.
No, I want you to-
Yeah, we want a reaction.
You want a reaction? This is the reaction video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murph says that he catches them and uses them for fishing bait. They buzz on the surface of the water and drive fish nuts.
Oh, God
You
damn.
catch them while you're fishing? Is it like
Maybe.
I'm sure they're everywhere. Like you
No,
can just
it's
pick them up, put them
ridiculous.
on the hook, and cast it in.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Creepy Girl asked, "Do you guys remember the movie The Beast Within, where the guy turns into a cicada?"
Oh yeah.
I don't think I haven't seen
Good
that.
movie too. Good movie too. Good makeup effects in that one.
Is it
Check it out.
Is it a body horror?
Yeah,
Okay.
1980 or 1981, somewhere around there. I think 81. Check it out.
All right, I'll check it out. Beast Within. Looks like there's a bunch of movies named that. I'll have to look it up later. All right. Murph says he just has a butterfly net to catch him. Oh man, you know what? And you guys know me. I try not to, try to do my part, and like it's so hard to like avoid stepping on cicadas. Like I look down and like watch, and I try not to step on any. But
Do you like walk around like a monk, like very, very gingerly, not to step? And
it's a giant like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I kept taking a bunch
Oh,
of.
I hope he ended up beneath the arch of my foot.
Fear and Loathing in Baltimore.
Oh man, that's not good. I mean, sometimes some things got to go, right, Johnny? You understand that, right? Some things just can't be around.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the birds are eating them. Like basically their point in life is to be food. Cicadas' point in life is to reproduce and be food for other animals. Is basically their fucking purpose.
So it sucks.
I'm
Like,
sure.
so you think like when they're on like their 15th year, it's like, bro, it's gonna be awesome, son. In 2 years, get my wings, dog. You'll be flying around. We're gonna, pull some mad cicada honeys up in here, and they finally get the fucking car keys, wings, and they get eaten by some birds, and Johnny steps on them, and Corey eats them. Fuck.
I'm sure if you got to talk to a cicada, they wouldn't think that they're food.
Thinks they're gonna be
Guarantee
food.
it. Aries. So what's it? So what's the? What's
He's
the
still
verdict?
unboxing here.
Oh, he's on. Oh, for crying out loud.
He got him shipped out. It's a whole thing. He's unboxing.
You gotta jump ahead.
I don't want to miss anything.
Fair enough.
I don't know how I fast forward on this. Oh crap! I turned the volume on. Damn it! I don't understand my own technology.
All right, so we'll wrap things up here because I want to get talking about this movie. And just so you guys know, during the break, let's disconnect, and then I'll start a call so we can try to fix this roboting. Okay, so Raven Shadow, you don't have to do anything. All right, I got you.
Don't move from that seat.
Yeah, don't move. You can't touch the lucky bamboo. You can't.
No smoking.
No smoking. No bathroom breaks.
You're right there.
You can't use Ollie as an excuse.
It sucks. I want cicada.
All right. So I mentioned Patreon a few minutes ago, and we did record our new Patreon episode, and we released it over the weekend. And we did MZ's Choice. And MZ came up with this whole elaborate plan to talk about the films made or based in a specific state. So what we did was he created this. He had this app, and then it was like a big spinny wheel. He put all 50 states in it, randomly selected a state, and then we talked about the movies that were based in and or filmed in that state. So we'll leave it a mystery. I guess I do spoil it on Patreon, but we'll leave it a mystery for folks, and you can tune in and find out all about it. Right, MZ?
That's right. And I hope, and please let us know what you think,
Yeah,
because I thought it went over pretty well.
yeah. If you guys dig it, let us know. We can do 49 more of them. Although there's some states that I'm not sure. There's probably gonna be some that don't have a ton, right?
I can guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of.
Or there might be a few surprises, and
True.
there might be more than we realize. So there's that as well. So not only is it fun, but it's also educational too.
What did you learn, Raven Shadow?
I learned that Monster Zero had a good idea because I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, I could tell.
I didn't understand at all what it was until we did it. I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, that was a good fucking job. So good up for you.
Good up for you.
Good up for you.
Not big ups.
All right, slow it down, Johnny. It wasn't that good of a bit, but no, it was good. It was good. I liked that. I understood it. I needed to be
Well, it
there.
took a little while, but you got it.
I got it. It was a good bit. I liked it. It was a good job.
All right, so yeah, you guys can check that out. It is episode Patreon exclusive, episode 23. I see Aries grimacing. Did he eat it?
Yeah, he ate it.
Is it like all in one big chomp, or
Yeah, he just put it. He's chewing it and eating it,
Ugh.
and doesn't. Oh, he's taking that like a champ. Oh, he's eating that like it's just an M&M, like a big M&M, but a fucking M&M. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and he's got a whole jar of them too. It's not just one.
Jesus.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, sorry. Go
He's
ahead.
going to look at them differently now when he sees them outside. I actually saw some people, I mean, no one I know, but people were posting pictures of, like, apparently people are asking, they're, like, paying for cicadas by the pound. for stupid shit like that.
Oh, give me a break.
Yeah, fuck that. All right, so if you guys want to hear the latest Patreon exclusive episode, number 23, that means we're almost 2 years into our Patreon. Next month will be our 2-year anniversary of Patreon. So big ups to yourself for all the Patreon supporters out there, right, Raven Shadow?
Word.
So we appreciate you guys, everyone's support. And if you are not currently supporting us on Patreon, consider doing so. Head on over to patreon.com/trickortreatradio, and you can support us for as little as $2 a month. And it goes up from there, and you get all kinds of perks and all kinds of cool little things. We are planning to do Monsterpiece Theater very soon, and also Blackout Tapes very soon. So we'll have more details about that in the coming days or weeks. As soon as we have something to announce, we'll let you guys know. So patreon.com/trickortreatradio. Give it a look and help support the show. The other ways you can help support us, you can head on over to trickortreatradio.com, scroll down, look for the Amazon logo, click on that logo. It's going to bring you to Amazon. It's going to input our affiliate link. Everything you purchase in that session, we know you buy a lot of shit on Amazon, use our link. Everything you purchase gets attributed to us. We get a tiny little cut, and it doesn't cost them any extra, Raven Shadow.
Find another way to help keep the lights on.
Murph says, haven't had a chance to hit you guys up. Have you heard about my co-host Doug's house burning down? Oof.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, Murph, I did. Agoro mentioned something about that in the Five Hossman chat. He said that he did a spot, and I know Mars had mentioned that he gave some Deadites music to it. Toss a link, Murph. Let us know where folks can grab that, because that really sucks for Doug losing his house in a fire. So let us know, Murph. We'll post that around. We'd love to get some more eyes and ears on that and helping out Doug, because that's a real shitty thing, man. All right, so finally, if you guys want to, you can head on over to trickortreatradio.com, click on the store, and there you're going to find some digital goods. We got the greatest hits of Trick or Treat Radio, volumes 1 through 3. So if you guys have been around, most of you have been around for a little while, but Trick or Treat Radio has almost been around for 9 years. We're coming up on 9 years. And we don't expect you've heard every single episode. So we put together a little greatest hits, or a few of them, and it'll give you some of the highlights, the lowlights, the midlights, everything in between. We got some arguments, some interviews, some embarrassments. Who knows? It's all in there, and you can get a nice little sort of sampling of the past 9 years for just a few bucks. So give it a look, Raven Shadow. What do you got to lose, right?
And true, I can practically God guarantee doesn't have any fucking roboting. Guess what episode's not going to be in volume 4? I'll tell you that fucking much.
Well, we're going to try.
Don't act like this is the first time we've had roboting.
Yeah, we're going to try and fix it during the break, okay?
It's really like a cicada on my balls right now.
Cicada on my balls.
Is
it chocolate covered?
No, I feel like I opened a jar of cicadas and I thought they were chocolate covered, but they fucking were alive and they were just fucking in my pants.
I think you might need to go to a doctor. I don't know.
Yeah, you got a bug
This
in your balls?
roboting shouldn't be affecting your crotch.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's weird. You get older, things fucking change.
All right, so that's the ways you can help support us. Now, Michael Raven Shadow, what the fuck did you do to prepare for a movie like Spare Parts?
Oh man,
Scratch your balls.
Get the cicada off of them first.
Yeah, I mean it's not wrong. You know, I got very excited, Johnny, because as the older I get some spare parts, some modifications done, and what are you gonna do? And there's some things that I removed, and there are some things that I put on. So while I've never been in a female.
Whoa! Stop right there.
You've never been on a female.
No.
That is the words that came out of your mouth.
No, go watch the cicada videos. I've never been in an all-girl punk band, is what I'm trying to say, Johnny, and Aries. But I can relate to,
You can relate, huh?
Yeah,
to being in an all-girl punk band.
I wish I was in an all-girl punk band. Maybe that'd be okay. The static's gone.
Is this
I was
going
pissed.
somewhere?
I don't know. I don't know.
Can you just say the damn line? If you don't have anything, just
please.
say the words.
Well, fine. Strap on.
Yeah.
You go through your week with the same old routine.
What you really want is some blood and thunder in your life.
Well, friend, you found it.
The Cromcast is an adventurous journey through the history of two-fisted pulp stories
With your host, John,
Josh,
and Luke.
we have action.
horror.
An adventure, all through the lens of pulp luminary Robert E. Howard.
Don't just stay in your ordinary life.
Find your pulp life at thecromcast.blogspot.com.
The Cromcast,
The Cromcast.
The Cromcast!
a podcast for the barbarian at heart.
I'm Alex West.
And I'm Andrea Subasati, and we're from the Faculty of Horror podcast.
And you're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
Oh, delicious nerds. Ms. M knows you like to chat it up with other sexy shut-ins about comics, movies, video games, and your favorite TV shows. If that sounds like you, cuddle up to the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group, or the FIB. That stands for Fan Interaction Board. Just go to Facebook and search for Trick or Treat Radio and have more fun than a Jedi at a lightsaber sale. Not enough? Watch us on YouTube, The Deadites TV, all one word. Last but not least, check out the world's most dangerous talk radio show, Trick or Treat Radio, at trickortreatradio.com.
I could be standing outside a woman's prison in a fistful of 50s and a bouquet of dildos, and no woman would come near me.
Did you say a bouquet of dildos?
All right. People don't know how to follow orders, so that's why we're not That's why it took so long. Okay.
Follow orders.
I wish you guys knew how to follow fucking orders so that I wouldn't have to add a long, long break. But you can blame Aries and Monster Zero.
My bad. Sorry.
What happened?
You guys
We didn't hang up.
Oh.
I asked you so we could stop the fucking roboting, and you guys didn't follow orders.
Hey, I'm old, okay?
Well, yes, you are, but
I am just stupid.
Old
Yes,
and
you are.
stupid. We get the new tag team. All right, let me get the video back. I didn't want to get the video back with only one person, so there we go. Oh, and Raven Shell's not there. Figures.
Surprise, surprise.
What, surprised?
No, not at all. All right, so we're going to talk about spare parts. Let me just see here on the chat room. Murph posted the link. It says, Music from the Deadites, review of Creepshow by 5 great podcasts, a special appearance by a now-defunct show, and then a Creepshow commentary by former members of the Last Horror Cast and myself. And it looks like you can go to payhip.com/themidnightdrivein. So we can also post that on social media, but payhip, that's all one word, payhip.com/themidnightdrivein, and help out someone who is going through a rough time. Doug had his house, lost his house, and that's the fucking worst. I mean, I can't even imagine. So that's some bad shit, man. But hopefully every little bit will help. So if you guys go check that out, payhip.com/themidnightdrivein, and help out Doug and help out our buds over at the Midnight Drive-In. All right, so we're going to talk about this movie here, Spare Parts. It is it just hit VOD just was a week or two ago, I believe, and it is 91 minutes. It is directed by Andrew Thomas Hunt, and it is written by David Murdoch and Svet Ruskov, and the film stars Julian Richings, Michelle Argyris, there you go, Emily Alatalo, Kiriana Stanton, Chelsea Muirhead, Ryan Allen, Jason Ruse, Catherine Kohut, and got a bunch of other people, but we'll stop there. It's the main cast. The synopsis: while traveling on their first American tour, Ms. 45, an all-girl punk band, is drugged and kidnapped. They awaken to find their limbs removed and replaced with crude weaponry and are forced to fight as gladiators for a sadistic town. All right, so Spare Parts, I figured, you know what, like, this will be kind of a, maybe more of a light fare. We've done some heavy movies this year. I figured, like, this looked like it was exploitation grindhouse. On the poster, it says a heavy punk rock grindhouse of gore, and that sounded good to me. Wanted something kind of light, kind of fun. So, was Spare Parts fun? I guess we'll kind of talk about that. So, I'm going to go to our resident gore and grindhouse aficionado, MZ, and I want to get some initial thoughts of Spare Parts.
Well, the opening scene where it involves the band Ms. 45 performing on stage in front of a live studio audience was very well filmed. I thought they actually came across looking like a real band, not just a bunch of actresses playing, they look legit. It does have a grindhouse feel to it. Although a bit more of a modern take on the grindhouse, not, it doesn't succumb to using, scratches and things like that made grindhouse a household name for the past 15 years, but it does have its down and dirty moments. And as far as the gore is concerned, I think people should walk away from this rather pleasantly surprised. I think the gore is worthwhile.
All right. So, I mean, this is a simple premise. We have, as MZ stated, we have Miss 45, which MZ grade on the name of the band.
Yeah. That's that's exploitation right there. You got Abel Ferreira would be proud of this, with Ms. 45. And if Zoe Lund was alive today, I think simply because of the name of the band, I think she would have ended up with a small cameo on this film. But kudos to the band name. Very imaginative, yet everyone knows what it is. I dug it.
And so, Raven Chat, I know you're excited about this. This is kind of like, you can kind of put this on. You don't have to look. You don't have to put your monocle on. Did this kind of hit the spot?
I mean, and to be fair, looking at the cover art, I didn't have to have anything on. If you let me know, that was rude.
Jesus,
I'm just having fun with you. But no, I think it. I mean, this is something that, and even watching the picture, I think it could be a throwback to being, 10 through 13, renting things at the video store, and this could be something that we would have, rented. It definitely had that. Dude, we got to get that. You know what I mean? Like, will they rent it to us? I don't know. Put it under something. Put it under fucking, the Thundercats cartoon, and then we'll sneak it by them, kind of shit. But in the 80s, they let you rent anything. It didn't matter as long as you had your $3. But no, I was excited for this. I mean, the cover art definitely harkens back to, Planet Terror a little bit with Rose McGowan. Maybe even Machine Girl. That crazy picture. So I mean, it definitely punk rock, grindhouse, Gladiator. It kind of like, this should be awesome, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's got all the parts, right?
Most of them.
It's missing some parts, right?
I mean, some parts aren't included. You got to get the Blu-ray deluxe edition for all the parts. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get Aries' opinion on this, because Aries worked in a CD bar for a very long time.
Worked in a CD bar, was in a shitty punk rock band.
Yeah.
This should be my movie. Although I am not an attractive woman, so don't have all the boxes checked.
Maybe if you shave that beard.
Yeah.
Did this? Do you feel like, I know some of the stuff in the bar was short-lived. It was just the beginning of it, but do you feel they were able to sell that sort of like scene?
No, that was very far-fetched for a bar fight. Any dive bar worth their, is going to have at least one bouncer, and I mean, that was just as far as my believability into that scene. It wasn't. The band is not going to get in a full-on brawl with the regulars in a bar. That it was a little far-fetched for me, and the way the other band members joined the fray was also far-fetched. You got one member fighting off the group, and the drummer's still like playing along, like giving like, should we join? Like, I'm sorry, if my friend's in a fight, I'm in a fight. Like, I'm not going to finish off the song before I join.
Raven Shadow, would you have joined in?
Yeah, dude. I was in my
bullshit.
Fuck you! I was in the fucking fight with fucking Dirk McPherson.
Fuck me, fuck you. There's no way that you would go in there.
I was fucking there. Remember the fucking story when I know Maz and I disagree on this, but Tiny went somewhere else. It was me, Maz, party guy Dirk McPherson from Dethica, when he was warned to not get naked on stage, and he's yep, he won't get naked. And then the owner of the bar was like, "Motherfucker, if you get fucking naked, I'm gonna fucking gaffle you." And like the fucking song, Dirk McPherson takes off like his trench coat to reveal like a see-through trench coat being fully naked. And he was like, that's it. And the whole fucking brawl happened. So I was there, dude.
Was that?
Yeah, but did you participate?
Oh, John,
was that the space or was that another club?
We were somewhere else.
Bullet got naked at the space.
Bullet got naked. Yeah, I was on stage with Bullet when that happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a different.
Let me tell you something. I was on stage with Bullet when that happened, and he said he was going to take off his pants, and I just did the slightest. He was to my left, and I just did the slightest, and I just the most fraction of a second, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! I just turned my head. Standing on stage with his brick hanging out.
So
brick is generous.
Yeah.
I think bullet is more appropriate.
Long barrel.
His long bum.
Long.
So very quickly we get into the thick of things here. Like they get into a big bar fight. Yeah, I mean, was a little far-fetched, sure, but I mean this movie isn't. Later on they're in a fucking gladiatorial arena with with body parts severed off and like guns and like fucking axes and shit put on them. So,
not totally grounded in reality.
Yeah, not exactly grounded in reality. Yeah. So, but I thought that was a fun fight. Like the way they played it off, I thought it was fun and it showed you that they were scrappy. I think that's really what they were trying to show. They were going to stand up for themselves and they weren't going to take shit from people trying to get on stage and fuck with them. Yeah. So, I thought that worked. It worked well. And they really I like that they didn't really skimp out on the fight too. They were fucking in it, and they were going for it. So I did appreciate that.
And they were getting their shots too. It wasn't like, how when a fight scene like this starts, the main characters always, come out pretty much unscathed. These girls came out bruised.
Yeah.
Spitting out blood and everything, and it was pretty sweet.
They got theirs too. And then we find out, and then they're kind of selling CDs out of the back of the van later on, and Sam comes up, and he wants to buy CD and some shirts and all that, and he also takes a shine to Amy, who is the guitarist. Is it Amy? Let me just see if I'm getting the...
No, Emily.
Wasn't
Emma. Emily?
Yeah, you're right.
Emma.
I'm getting the sisters mixed up. Amy was the singer and Emma was the guitarist. So he came up to her and was, trying to hit on her. And then it turns out the bassist and the drummer were a couple. So they kind of went off and did their thing. And then the sister went off with someone else to leave her there. So, dude kind of took a shine to her and was a bit of a creep about it. And
he had that line. He buys two. He's like, one to listen to and one for the bedroom.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah.
And one for.
Have you done that before, Ranchero? You use that line?
No. I just take it with me.
Just take it.
He's too cheap to buy two CDs.
But I dug that dude. He reminded me of Nick Cassavetes. I think it's John Cassavetes' son. You've seen him in some made for Cinemax exploitation, but he was also in. And it's not the same guy, but he reminded me of the actor that was in Face Off. He was part of Castor Troy's crew with the bald head and earrings. And when Travolta's character as Castor Troy is like face off, he does that line.
Yeah.
No more drugs for that man. But he looks like him, 20 years later, getting a little skinnier. Anyone know who I'm referencing at all? Noah, you're in the back.
Nope.
No. No one saw fucking Face Off, the masterpiece. That's
not in 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time, dude.
It's Face Off.
When was the last time you watched it, Raven Shadow?
Probably about a year ago.
You're like last night.
I'm watching it right now.
You might be the only one.
No,
it's Murph.
Murph. Sorry, Murph. I panicked. I was smoking some bamboo earlier today.
You better not be smoking that lucky bamboo.
Ah, shit.
So after this, the girls load up into the van, and as they're heading out, Sam, the dude who bought the 2 CDs, kind of does a dick move and runs them off the road almost, and then takes off. And then as they're driving away, they finally pull away the tire. They get a flat, and of course we've seen this before. We've seen this setup. They find spikes on the road, and then very shortly after, police is like right on the spot, and then tow truck and all that. So we've seen this before, right? Like this, we know where this is going, and then they're taken to a place where they can get their car fixed, but it's also like a huge scrapyard. And while they're put into a room, and then Emma leaves to go accept a call, and then they're locked in the room, and carbon monoxide, poison, and they're knocked out. And then they wake up, and they're missing limbs, and they now have like just fucking bones or missing limbs where they can attach weapons to. And then they're kind of brought out to the arena, and then we have Julian Richings plays the Emperor, and not your boy Papa Palps, Raven Shadow.
Although he was just like Magneto in many scenes.
Yeah.
Sir Ian McKellen's Magneto.
He did have like it was like that Plan B version of his costume from the X-Men movies.
Right.
Yeah.
He did like the half cape on one side, kind of like Destro and the Iron Grenadiers version. Murph knows that.
Creepy Girl says Face Off is amazing, and Murph says I hate Nick Cage, and Double D says I'm watching Face Off too. Do you mean like right now?
There's a second one?
Second one. Sorry, TOO.
What Face Off?
Face Off again.
Still facing?
Yeah.
Faced off again. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Murph, and thank you, D.
Yeah, but I thought Julian Richings in this, I thought was pretty awesome. Like, I think that he was like perfectly cast in this role. I know we've seen him in some other stuff. I think he was in a movie we did earlier this year. Fuck, what was the name of it?
Marion said that. It was like, what happened to Nathaniel? Or what happened to Miss Jackson? Or something like that. She said it. What happened to Adam?
I think we did it late last year, actually. Let me find it. I'll find it. Anything for Jackson. That was it.
Yeah. And Marion jumped. Yeah, she's like came over for about like 10 minutes today, and recognized him.
Yep. Yeah. So he was anything for Jackson. He was the dad in that. I thought that he was. I thought he was real good in this, and he gets to chew a lot of scenery, right? Like he just does these kind of soliloquies right before the battle begins, and talks about like offering to the gods, and
so the dirt needs
blood.
The dirt
blood.
And
It's dry. Yeah.
Yeah, the dirt is dry. He did get a rubber tug in the bathtub, which is pretty good.
Rubber tug in the bathtub.
Yeah.
He was digging that.
I've never had.
I don't think that was acting, man. He was
Really? Yeah, it's a perk.
pretty genuine, man.
That was in his trailer.
It was in his rider. That was legit, right?
Yeah, listen, all right, I'll be in the movie.
One handy per movie.
Yeah. I want to dress like Magneto, and I want a top handy.
Yeah, that was in his contract. It's like I'll do your little movie, your little grindhouse movie, as long as I get a handy in the tub and I get to dress like Magneto, and I get to say that the dirt needs blood. See, like how fucking awesome is that role, right?
pretty dope. Like I'm when I do my bargain for my next contract, that's what I'm gonna go in there with. And I'll be working with Monster Zero a week later.
Yeah, you're gonna get a handy from MZ. That's your luck.
God damn it!
You want to take a handy together? Take a handy together by yourself.
Well, MZ, some of you've often said you have to suffer for your art. So if you're casting that role,
I'm not suffering that much.
Yep.
That's a fucking cheap shot, man. No way.
That's just a little suffering.
and Raven Shadow doesn't suffer very much at all. He just has to close his eyes.
Well, that's because he's a one-pump chump.
Wow. Maybe you have done this before.
Let's take the glasses off. Fuck it.
Take the glasses off. But you get if that happens, Raven Shadow, you get to dress like Magneto.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Double D says Julian Richings was also brilliant as Death in Supernatural.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah.
Okay. You guys seen that?
Yes.
So there you go. Yeah, Julian Richings. But yeah, he is. I thought that this was a kind of a cool role. He doesn't have a lot to say, but playing the Emperor and kind of lording over everybody. What did you guys think about this sort of? I don't even know what to call it. I think it was the whole town was involved because there's a lot of people in the stands. So it wasn't just like this family. There was a lot of people involved.
This seemed like a poorly kept secret amongst the town.
Yeah. Do you think it was a cult of sorts, or do you think everyone just came for enjoyment?
I think it was a cult. Because I don't think everyone was involved. There was a line of, I heard rumors of this, So I think it was just like people talked, but no one knew for sure.
Well, right, because even the douchebag at the bar warned the dude to not go there, and the three other douchebags made the comment how they heard about this. So
yeah, I've heard about
but you clearly
and the simple fact that those three were in fear of the one.
Yeah. So I don't know how the Emperor had such control over this, like over the town or everybody, but it was. I don't think this needed a lot of exposition. I think it is what it is, right? Like, were you guys hoping for more, or were you fine with the way that this was presented?
I was okay with it. I mean, my only problem with what I was being presented with was, and I'm going to say that it's not only a town thing. I'm going to go so far as to say it's a state thing, because it seems like these events take place at night. They're all very well lit. So any copter from any neighboring town that would be flying over this and thought that there was something illegal going on, they would certainly be reported on. And since that has not happened, I went with the assumption that this is not only a town thing, but this is also a state thing.
You're thinking too northeast. Think Midwest, where you could drive 100 miles and not see your neighbor.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I don't know if they didn't say where this film took place, but it was filmed in Canada, so I don't know if it's supposed to be Canada in the movie. I don't think they ever officially say. So.
Yeah, they never really say where it is. I'm just going by logistics of what I see. I mean,
yeah, that's
something going on in a field, not in a field, but in a junkyard of sorts. All it's very well illuminated. You could see everything.
But your mind is too northeast, where everything is right on top of itself. When you go up Midwest and into the desert, where hundreds of miles there's nothing going on. There's going to be no police helicopters flying over anything unless there's a reason for it.
Yeah, and there was just a local cop there too. Like, so this is a town thing.
Town thing, and with the local cop, he is probably in on it. So unless he calls in the helicopter's not going within 100 miles of this thing.
Well, a couple things too. They made a point. It was set in America, because they made a point they were going to go to X, Y, and Z, and then go back up into Canada. So before they left, before they were even drugged, they mentioned that their home was Canada, but they were in the States.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'd forgotten that. So,
I mean, I would think definitely kind of Midwest
Yeah.
area. To Aries Point.
I
Right.
I would think so too. Yeah. Murph's the comment earlier about the discussion we were just having about MZ and Raven Shadow. He says, "Double up, get a little." He said, "Double up, get a little Dutch rudder action." Oh shit!
We're vaccinated.
That's true. So yeah. So I mean, then we get a little bit of a battle in the arena. All four girls wake up with some sort of contraption, kind of a steel. It served as like almost like a shield and a weapon, right? Because they were able to block, and then they end up fighting like, what was it, like 6 to 8 sort of just towny people, who are given like knives, and they're told to just basically fight for their lives. So you can tell that the band doesn't really want to kill these people, but they kind of have no choice, right? It's kill or be killed. So, what did you guys think of the fights? So, I mean, I think some of them were maybe like a little bit more choreographed than others, but what did you think, MZ?
I thought the choreography on the fights wasn't too bad. When you realize you got to keep the choreography flowing with 4 different people on one side and like 8 or 10 on the other side. So there's a lot to keep track of. But I mean, they mixed it up pretty well. It wasn't all the same thing: block punch, block punch, block punch, kick, whatever. There was the use of the weapons, swinging axes and like swords and battle axes and things like that. So, but it was also hand-to-hand combat too, not just the weapon that was attached to their stumps. I think they mixed it up pretty well. I thought the choreography was pretty decent.
Yeah, I would actually agree. I think that sometime like this could have went really bad. Like we've seen movies like this that have really bad choreography. So, I think that it was passable. None of it was like, holy shit, like, that was a fucking amazing fight. I think it did what it needed to without looking hokey or poor, at least for me. And there was even some good kills. There was some good gore. But in general, I thought that they worked fairly well. And I especially liked the way the camera moved during the fights. It was kind of in the action as opposed to, like, it wasn't too tight where it was close up and you couldn't make out what was happening. And it wasn't too far back where, the whole scene was shown. I got the feeling like you were in the thick of things. You're in the midst of the fight as the camera's kind of moving around. And, I thought that helped a little bit. And I think that, there was nothing really amazing to say, oh my God, this one fight was fucking great. But I think it was passable where a lot of other films maybe have some really poor choreography in place, Aries, you feel like you're biting your tongue.
I am a little bit. I thought the choreography was atrocious in this.
All right.
I thought it was so telegraphed, even beyond this initial first fight where it was so chaotic, where some of it could be forgiven. Even beyond that, it was blocks were up, a half a second before the blow came in. And I think the camera angles did themselves a disservice. I thought they were a little too overconfident of their choreography, where they could have hidden it with different camera angles. Because of, the camera angles they chose left no margin for error with their choreography, and there was so much error in that. And I thought it could have been hidden with a close up, a shaky cam, or a distant shot, and it was too much for me with what they were doing.
All right. How about you, Raven Shadow?
Yeah, man. It was funny. I was watching a clip of my favorite Steven Seagal movie, Out for Justice.
All right.
It's pretty bad. You got Steven Seagal playing Nino, the cop with a ponytail with a really bad Brooklyn accent, looking for fucking Joey or whoever the fuck, hey, you fucking guy, you. He's really doing that. And there's that bar scene where he comes in with the pool ball and he smashes up the joint. And that fight scene is actually really bad. There's one point where he's fighting a guy named Styx, with pool, and like Seagal isn't even in the same shot as they have in this, like, a Shrama stick fight scene. And that's not good, but it's awesome. I mean, this ain't The Raid, right? Let's just...
No, I mean, we're not even, like... Yeah, we're not even comparing it.
And I think this movie requires a certain level of disbelief or check reality at the door a little bit.
Verisimilitude?
Yeah. Yeah, your verisimilitude, your attitude, whatever.
All right, what the fuck is your point of bringing up Steven Seagal? Beyond giving evil corny an excuse to show Steven Seagal eating a carrot.
Right.
If you want to know why I'm talking about that, join the fucking chat room.
Yeah.
It's a good fucking endorsement there, Aries. See, we worked together on that one. We were doing
fuck you and just explain yourself.
No, you picked up what I was putting down. No, I'm going to pass.
No, you're not going to pass.
No, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes, it's not always as good as you think it's going to be. But I think that I did not love the opening. I didn't like the fight scene. I didn't. I was still...
Well, we're not talking about the opening.
Did you just say the opening? We're so beyond the opening at this point.
No, the opening fucking tournament. The lead. That was round one, right? That was round one.
Round one, fight.
The jerking the curtain, right? When you're fighting the.
Did you just say jerking the curtain?
It's a real term.
Yeah,
John,
explain.
Yeah.
Fuck Johnny. So gladiator battles and wrestling, there's nothing similar about that, right? There's nothing.
Nothing.
Not this last battle, no.
Murph.
He's Picarding so hard right now.
Yeah, I think we all.
I feel like I can't even like.
Murph, message me, buddy.
Murph says Seagal is a lesson in movie physics. Everyone knows the slower and more telegraphed a punch is, the effect it is, and the more damage it causes.
See? That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, look, I thought the fight scenes were okay. If they served the purpose. I mean, they were okay.
Well, everything serves a purpose. That statement has no meaning.
Does MZ serve a purpose besides being tired?
No.
Look at him rubbing his eyes as I say it.
I can't.
You drink some more whiskey, Aries. You haven't drank enough yet.
You're right, I haven't.
Yeah, you need at least three more fucking glasses to be able to deal with this.
I don't know if this is enough.
Just drink from the bottle. Do yourself a favor.
He's classier than that, MZ. Come on, give him some credit.
It's not. Hey, it's not like he has a brown paper bag around it.
He should.
I do have a nice little glass right here. It's empty, but.
Oh wait! Where's the alien mug?
It's still in fucking Raven Shadows. I gotta fucking get that.
Oh, it's
I miss
right
that
there.
so much.
It's right there.
Why don't you fucking
is it?
Drink out of it.
Oh my god! I miss that little Xenomorph smiling at me when I was drinking.
Then come over here.
You want him to vax that ass up, don't you, Raven Shadow?
Vax that ass up. Come on. What's that? Hybrid model. Episode, what the fuck? Come on.
Raven Shadow, get some plexiglass between you guys.
You know what? You come sit here.
Aries is never leaving the comfort of his own basement ever again.
This is fucking beautiful.
Johnny, I've driven fucking 1,000 miles with that fucking song, back to and fro. Come on. I'm like fucking life is a fucking highway driving to the studio and back.
Well, then you're used to it. Come on. I got plenty of room right here. Look at all this void. I got a void.
Yeah, I got a void too.
It is hard.
Void.
Yeah, between the years.
Every other week.
Raven Chow, you know they're never coming back now.
They're fucking coming back. No, the people.
MZ will probably be back because he's looking to get out of his place. If I opened it up to MZ, he'd be here before the end of the show.
We're gonna do it like when Raw was live and Raw was taped. We'll do it like
Evil Corny says you'll never see that mug again, Aries.
Oh no, I'm seeing that mug again. I dream about drinking out of that mug.
Have him mail it to you. You should get it within a couple of years.
You know what? I drove by his house yesterday actually. At work, I thought about like breaking in and stealing it. The only thing that stopped me is I was towing a trailer, and I knew it wouldn't be so difficult to back out of his 2 streets with a trailer.
Why don't you break in and fix a board or something? Looking at my deck.
No, I'm just gonna steal the mug. Leave a smiley first note. That's about it.
I'll be out of my fucking mind.
Oh man. So all right, well let's start to wrap up this. I didn't necessarily for me the pull of this movie, right, is the fights, right, and the plot was fine. Like nothing really detracted me from this. Like it didn't pull me out of it. It didn't make me feel like it was out of place. But they definitely did, I think, a decent job of driving a wedge between the sisters, right? Like we had Emma, who got sort of I don't know, not that she was treated well because she was still made to lose her limbs and fight. But, she kind of in this environment, lived a little bit better than the others. She had a bigger room. That dude Sam was there, kind of brought her guitar, even though she couldn't play with both hands. But she lived a little bit higher than the others, right?
Well, yeah, because he was courting her. Right. So the son of the emperor wanted that to be his girlfriend, and you probably shouldn't cut the hand off your intended betrothed. That's probably not good.
Yeah, no shit.
She got better weapons. She got a better room. She had better access to the handmaiden who was kind of taking over him.
Yeah. And, and they played along, she played along with it, but you couldn't tell if she was enjoying it or if it was a little bit of, I almost said Stendhal syndrome. I mean, Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. I was thinking of
I'm going to call
Argento.
Yeah, I'm I can't commit. I have Stockholm syndrome.
I can't commit. I have Stendhal syndrome.
I'll be in Monday, though.
I'll be in Monday.
Going back to the fights, what really irked me about the fights, because, I thought the fight in the first round was okay. I thought it was pretty good. What really hurt was that as the rounds of fights continued on, it seems like it got lazier and lazier and lazier, because it became no more hand-to-hand combat, because now with each round they got a different appendage attached, and a lot of it was projectiles and shit like that, or
they got upgrades basically.
Yeah. If you want to call them upgrades, I suppose they're upgrades. But if you want to see hand-to-hand combat like in the first one, like I would have liked to have seen, I would have preferred to them kept it that way. But because they wanted to up their game, and they feel like they upped their game, they started putting these add-ons to their appendages, and it just didn't work out that well as far as I was concerned. I thought the the fights got a little lazier and lazier as the rounds continued.
All right. I think they might have focused a little bit more on the early ones. I will agree, and I think as we got further along, like the story was ramping up, so the fights, not that they didn't have, they had more gravity to them, you know. So I think that they didn't focus as much on the choreography because there was more going on emotionally. So it didn't. I mean, I guess I got what I thought that I was getting, so I wasn't really too disappointed. Would it have been better if there was better choreography? Absolutely. Like this could have been a more memorable film because you could be like, oh, remember that fight, you know, that second fight or whatever. So, but you know, that's the way it went, and you know, I think they definitely, for this kind of low budget film, they definitely could have done a lot worse. So I guess kudos for not making it embarrassing and horrible choreography. But I do agree to a point with Aries that a lot of the blocks were telegraphed, you know. But also, if you go back and watch A New Hope, that's not the best lightsaber fight. As much as we hold that movie in high regard, you know, it's not the best.
But we are in A New Hope. We are dealing with an elderly gentleman and someone in a mask with very limited visibility.
True.
Yeah.
Yep, that is true. And you know, back then they were going for more of a swashbuckling sort of vibe. And in 1977 or 76 when they filmed it, like, yeah, they didn't have the raid to pull up and watch and say, "Oh, let's do this,"
or the CGI to, you know, substitute in, you know, a spin or a flip or something.
Yeah, exactly.
The fight in fucking Empire and Jedi between Luke and Vader are better than any lightsaber fight that came down the pike, in my opinion.
I disagree, but I think the I really do. What's that?
Follow the bouncing Yoda.
No, I really like the Maul one, the Duel of the Fates.
Yep.
And also in what was it? The Last Jedi. There's a fight with Kylo and Rey fighting together. I thought was really cool. MZ has no opinion though. Also, there's some fucking amazing lightsaber fights in the animated shows as well.
Well, it's a fucking cartoon, John. He's make believe.
Well, yeah,
it's animated.
They can't. I mean, obviously, they're not dealing with humans, but there was one between Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano that they had motion capture for, and it was fucking awesome. Like, and Ray Park did the motion capture for Maul.
And having not seen those, I'd be willing to bet those are better than the Yoda, Christopher Lee ones.
Yeah.
Dooku, yes.
Yeah, that looked. I mean, I like that, but it's silly. It's a little silly when you watch it.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot silly when you watch it.
Like Monsters Air.
And yeah, and Corny called out another one. Ahsoka versus Vader was fucking amazing, from Star Wars Rebels, and it's not much of a fight, but Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Maul from Rebels was so fucking amazing. It was literally like a 5-second fight, if that. But there's a callback to their fight from Phantom Menace, which was fucking awesome. Like, it totally hit the spot for me.
Oh, see, I will still go back to the Phantom Menace all day long for lightsaber duels. Like, that's the movie itself is ultimate garbage, but that lightsaber fight at the end.
Yeah, and that music. I mean, that music track is fucking amazing too. So
yes.
All right. Well, enough Star Wars. We're talking about spare parts. There's
Jesus,
no lightsabers in this, although it would have been cool to see a lightsaber attachment arm.
We get sidetracked very easily.
You don't say. Murph says the word you're looking for is Jedi flippy ninja bullshit.
Murph and I park our cars in the same garage. See, that's what.
No, don't do that. Don't. Park.
I thought we were beyond that.
Yeah, don't park your car in his garage.
Can I stay over, Murph?
he owes you.
That'd be a no, Murph. That's a no.
Oh, he does owe me. Love Murph.
All right. Was there anything else in this you guys wanted to discuss?
So special effects, right? Is there times in this that
what?
Are there moments in this picture?
Yes, there's many moments stitched together to make a movie.
Many moments. There's so many hand-to-hand combat scenes. But no, I got a couple of Manborg like scenes. Like for some reason, like
Manborg, more like asshole.
Yeah, like when they would show up in the arena, somehow it was a weird CGI. And maybe they didn't have the biggest budget in the world, which is fine. This movie accomplished. Maybe I'll say it for the fucking or the Buster or whatever. But you see what I'm saying? There was some like that weird special effect that kind of like when they came on the Gladiator front. You know what I'm talking about at all? Or are you gonna pretend that you don't?
Pretend.
I'm gonna pretend.
We're gonna pretend. Go ahead.
Fuck yourself.
Is this a porno came on the front, or is this what? I don't have really legitimately no idea what you're talking about.
You don't think when three girls first came out into the arena, when there were all the cars, they were in the junkyard, and the cars were used as like the walls, and there was definitely they weren't on regular terra firma, if you will. There was definitely like a CGI or special effect that was being done that showed they weren't. Everyone's fucking. I feel like I've been showing.
I never got that feeling that there was any CGI in this movie.
There was, but
Oh, there was CGI, but
no.
Not the way Raven Shadow's describing it.
Yeah.
They really.
I'm sorry. It wasn't like abundantly clear. Like it wasn't like a Commodore 64 CGI in the background. Like it wasn't overly apparent to me.
All right, well, let's continue on.
Okay.
And the ending, obviously we won't give a spoiler, but were you guys satisfied with the way things ended? I guess I'll just go in just some quick thoughts. It seemed like I didn't, not that it was a big surprise, but I didn't see that coming necessarily, but I thought it was interesting and I guess in a sense it kind of made sense, but I didn't really think that that's what would happen. But I thought it was fine. It was fitting. It was a fitting ending, I guess I'll say.
The overly religious aspect of it, I can't see that. I'm not going to say I saw it coming, but yeah, I was not 100% shocked by it.
Yeah, that's about the best way you can describe it. I mean, it is a fitting ending, and but like you guys said, I'm not shocked by it. It works for the film, and I can't say it was a bad ending. It worked. It made sense. It made sense and everything.
It's not like I fucking called it. Like, oh, it's fucking obvious. But no, I think it made sense. And where do you go from here? And there were sprinkles of that. So that made sense.
All right. Well, why don't we head to the verdict on this one then?
Trick or treat, baby. I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right, verdict time. We're going to let you know whether this flick was a trick or a treat and any final thoughts we may have. Let's kick it off with Monster Zero.
What is the selling point of this film? Is it the gore? Is it the fight scenes? Is it the fact that it's 4 chicks doing the fight scenes? There's that know how to scrap who are in a punk band named Ms. 45. watching this movie, I felt that this was a combination of Machine Girl meets Raise. And I think that's pretty fitting. Raise is the Zoe Bell joint.
Yeah, we did that a few years back. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Good movie, too. I expected a little bit more out of this, especially with how the girls handle themselves in the club at the beginning of the film. I just feel like there was something missing. Let's see. As far as the Emperor goes, I thought the Emperor was good, not great. He came across as a little too wild-eyed for my taste, hamming it up just a bit. But other than that, I mean, the blood is there, the gore is there, but for some reason, I just felt like it played itself safe. You know, I liked it, but I didn't love it. Yeah, I get to use that line this time. So I'm going to give this a very tepid treat.
All right, now let's go to Aries.
I didn't get to throw my 2 cents worth within the cover art of the movie. I thought that kind of gave too much away with what was going to happen in the movie, and also misrepresented the movie. And this would not be the only movie that would do that, where it would promise the TNA and not give the TNA. That being said, the choreographing of the fight, as I already said, was a little lackluster, especially for what this movie was, because this movie was supposed to be a fight movie with gore. The fighting was lackluster, and the gore was, it was at what it should be for this type of movie. They're not going to win an Oscar for the gore in this movie, but this is what it promises to be. The acting in this was subpar. So, at a short watch, you could probably check it out and not be 100% disappointed, but just keep your expectations low. So this is barely a treat.
All right, Raven Shadow, let's hear it from you.
Yeah, there's a lot. This movie, this didn't have Avatar money, right? It didn't have
Avatar money.
Biggest budget in the world. And I think on one hand,
nothing has Avatar money.
Well, a little something called Endgame. Marvel money or whatever the fuck. But on one hand, this movie is exactly what it's supposed to be, and it does its job. It's very serviceable at what it does. Now, I was actually kind of interested in the world building. I'm not saying like fucking George Lucas, I need fucking 3 prequels, and 4 more sequels. But I was interested in the town. I was interested in the cult, and I would kind of like to see a little bit more. I'm not saying this movie needs to be fucking 2.5 hours, but I was interested enough. I didn't really necessarily like anybody in this movie. I didn't necessarily love the band. I didn't necessarily love the villains. They were cool. They were serviceable. Once again, the crazy Emperor dressing like Magneto, getting hand jobs in a bathtub. Okay, that's kind of cool. I haven't really seen that in a while. But I wanted a little more, and I think it was very close. And maybe that could be the budgetary constraints, and maybe, once again, maybe it's me. It's not the movie. They made a movie, and it exactly what it was supposed to be. But I shouldn't be playing armchair director or armchair writing, but I've made a really good execution for what they had, but I was interested enough for more. And shame on me for wanting that. It's not the picture's fault.
Yeah, shame on you, man. Jesus.
Fair. But I would have wanted more. This could have been a little bit more fleshed out. Like, I get it, but You can't fucking cut your hand off and have bone stumps and then just go about your day and play guitar afterwards. Maybe show the drugs they're giving. Or, fucking, Kurt Schilling had to have fucking injections to fucking pitch in the World Series, Put some hydrocortisone on, not hydrocortisone. What's the shot you get?
Cortisone.
It's cortisone, right? Yeah. Get them doped up. Give them drugs. On one hand, it was kind of like that movie Raise, a little bit of I don't know, Running Man. What the fuck? I don't know, man. It'd be a nice 13-year-old Fisher Price, My First Gladiator with punk rock chicks in a movie flick. What are you gonna do? They made a movie. A tepid tree. Tepid tree.
Oh my God! Wow.
God, that was
a
painful.
fucking journey.
Jesus fucking Christ.
No, that wasn't a journey, because a journey you end up somewhere. That was just walking in a circle.
That's why I need you here, Aries, because I'm off the rails without you.
That's like a love song. I'm off the rails without you.
Oh my God! If I was in that room, you would get smacked upside the head at least 3 times.
That's why I wouldn't do it. I need you here. I need you to keep me fucking honest.
You make me an honest woman, Aries.
You make me an honest woman, Aries.
You make an honest woman out of me.
See what happens by myself?
Oh, Jesus. All right, so for me, this movie was essentially what I feel it billed itself as. It was nothing more, nothing less, which is good, good and bad. I think it just hit the mark, and it gave you essentially what it like was billed as. We got a gladiatorial movie of like this fucking weird ass backwater cult. And I feel like it hit its mark. Is this going to make my top 13 at the end of the year? No. I can guarantee already. We watched some really good movies, but you know what? It's good once in a while to have something like this that kind of is like a palate cleanser in a sense. And it was just fun. It was like kind of a throwback, grindhouse style fun movie. So yeah, for me, I'm just going to give it just a plain old treat. It's not in the upper echelon, but it's definitely on the treat side more than the trick. So there you have it. Our discussion of Spare Parts, and it is available on VOD. I got it on Amazon. I know it's there, but it's probably available on other places as well. And I would not be surprised to see this pop up on Shudder or something like that. It was put out by Raven Banner and RLJE. I did want to also mention it was directed by Andrew Thomas Hunt. I mentioned that, but Andrew Thomas Hunt is one of the founding partners of Raven Banner Entertainment. And Raven Banner has been putting out some good stuff. And he was also, I think, an executive producer on Psycho Gorman. So it seems like he is sort of in tune with the Canadian film industry there, and has his finger on the pulse of what's cool. So, and I think he has another movie coming out, or he's working on it at least. It's called The Fight Machine. It's in post-production. So looks like he's doing another sort of fighting movie. This one looks like it's more of a action drama sports movie though. So maybe it won't be as grindhousey. But yeah. So it's got Michael Ironside in it too, his new movie. So yeah, be interested in checking that out. So yeah, I mean you could definitely do a lot worse than Spare Parts. You could also do better. So it just really depends. If you're looking for something just kind of light and you want to see some badass girls in a fighting arena with weird body parts for weapons, then here you go. This is the movie for you. Evil Corny says, "What a filibuster of a review, Raven Shadow."
And furthermore,
have you ever seen? It was on Parks and Rec. Have you ever seen the Patton Oswalt Star Wars filibuster.
I have seen. I watched that before I saw the show, and that made me want to watch the show.
Have you seen it, Raven Shadow?
I saw the clip. Yeah.
Yeah.
The filibuster. The filibuster.
Bunky, the filibuster.
Bunky.
All right, so that is going to wrap up the discussion of spare parts. Now, next week, we're going to be going to Shudder, and there's a movie that just dropped on Shudder recently called Caveat. Is that one you've been looking forward to, MZ?
Yeah. I've been hearing a lot about it. Creepy Girl was talking to me about it, but she hasn't told me anything about it. She only said that she's been wanting to see it. So, and I've been wanting to see it too. So, looking forward to next week already.
So, yeah, so we'll be doing Caveat, directed by Damien McCarthy. And now the synopsis: a lone drifter suffering from partial memory loss accepts a job to look after a psychologically troubled woman in an abandoned house on an isolated island. So I've heard that it's pretty creepy. But we shall see, right? We shall see. So we're doing Caveat. It's on Shudder. If you guys want to play along at home, check it out. And if you have thoughts, send them our way. podcast@trickortreatradio.com. We'd love to hear from you. All right. We do have a couple voice messages. Let's see what we got here. All right, we got 2. I'll double check to make sure we didn't get any others during the discussion. But let's start things off. And I apologize in advance to FTM, but I have to run to the little boys' room. Been doing a dance here while we're doing the discussion. That's what happens when I drink my smoothie right before we start the show. So I'll just be back in just a moment, but we're going to hear from FTM and see what's on his mind.
What's up, Trick or Treat family? This is First Time Mike. How's everybody doing?
Chilling, buddy.
Hey, sorry I haven't talked to you guys in a while. It's been kind of a little busy at work, and by the time I get home, a lot of times I'm just sitting around watching TV and haven't been in a horror movie kick or more of a searching out thing. A lot of what I watch now is if like Shudder is streaming something on their service, or I have several other like horror streaming channels on my Roku, so I'll put that on and whatever tickles my fancy for the day I watch. So hey, if they got I've seen like Black Sunday like twice, and there's Shudder has had some of their pretty good movies on, and but I have been listening to every show, even though I don't pop in on the live show as much, because on Thursday, by the time you guys are on, I'm usually tired out and ready for bed by the time you guys are starting. So, but listening last week, you guys were talking about the Sandman Netflix show, and I wanted to jump in on that one. Raven Shadow's pretty much right. Neil Gaiman, Sandman is pretty much one of the best things, comic book series that DC has ever put out. And Neil Gaiman had pretty much carte blanche to work with this. He could create a Sandman. It had to be different from what before, but what Neil Gaiman did was brilliant. He took all the various Sandman incarnations, and there were several from DC, from the 30s West Dodds to the weird Simon Kirby one from the 70s, to Roy Thomas using it in Infinity Incorporated. And again, Raven Shadow is right about the ties to the Furies of Myth with the Fury, because after the Crisis, they had to come up with a new origin for Fury, who was the daughter of the Earth 2 Golden Age Wonder Woman. So they tied her into the Fairies of Myth. And Neil Gaiman eventually ended up using that in his saga. And Roy Thomas used the Sandman character again in Infinity Incorporated, which all changed when the Crisis happened in 1985. But to go on, Neil Gaiman was great because he used not only that, but he took from the House of Secrets and the House of Mystery comic books from the 70s and early 80s. Cain and Abel were from those books. Eve and the Witches were from the DC comic The Witching Hour. Even Destiny was a horror host in one of the mystery comics from DC back in the 70s and in the 60s. So, and he took all these characters, blended and weaved them into a narrative with mythology and historical events, serial killers, mythological creatures, and took it all and put it into an amazing blend that still holds up. I don't have any physical copies of it anymore, but I have the entire collection electronically, and reading Sandman still holds up. Those 75 issues that he originally wrote are still so strong, and I totally recommend checking out the original series, the comic book wise, and I eagerly wait to see what they do with that character. Also, fun trivia: a bunch of stuff did the Lucifer series. Is the Lucifer from that and Mazzy are from originally appeared in the Sandman comic. Constantine was in there. Again, Raven Shadow's right. John Jones showed up in the issue where, again, all the complaints about the acting. Hell, Morpheus was shown to show what a person saw as the Dream Lord, as when John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, saw the Sandman, he looked like the Martian god of dreams. So all this thing about the whole racial aspect of any of this, that's all bullshit, and just don't listen to that. Just go watch the thing, and I'm hoping that they do a good series as befitting the rich source of material that it's based off of. That's just me. Hey, I just wanted to throw out some back up to my boy Raven Shadow and Johnny Aries, Monster Zero. Always good listening to you, even though I don't catch the live show nearly as much as I used to. Just want to wish you guys all the best, and this is first time Mike saying goodbye.
All right, first time Mike. Thanks, buddy. Missed about the first minute or so, Raven Shadow, but I know he was talking about Sandman. Did you want to comment?
Yeah, you two motherfuckers are in cahoots because you both should have fucking listened to that shit. He's told me that I was right, and I think
I don't believe that.
He didn't say that.
He actually did say those words.
Oh, Aries.
and sometimes our listeners are wrong. I had my ears on the whole time. I just needed to stretch my legs.
Oh, good.
I was out of sight, but I was still listening.
I heard him, and I heard the whole thing, and he did say he was right.
Yeah. What did he say?
He said he was right.
Yeah. There you go. The broken clock twice a day.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you wasted them both within 2 hours. Way to go.
First time, Mike, you're vaxxed. I'm vaxxed. Let's make something happen. Team up. Right.
Sure. Even though he's in Wisconsin, it's not that easy.
I like.
Why don't you take a road trip out to Wisconsin? Bring me back some cheese. Let me know how it goes.
Will you drive me to?
No.
No, you got to do it yourself. Do it your own fucking self.
I'll pay you for the cheese.
Yeah, I'll buy you cheese. No, but that's
Can
nice.
you talk to Wisconsin?
Yeah. No, first time Mike is awesome. He's so right. He's so.
You know what you can do, Raven Shadow? On the way to Wisconsin, you can stop in Chicago and you can hang out with Psycho Patrick.
I want to do that.
He'll probably give you a beer. Just saying.
He will give you beer.
Yeah,
you don't have to pay for it, probably.
Wow. Now look at that. Now, if that ain't a perk, I don't know what is.
Beer that he made with his own hands.
Awesome Psycho brew. Handcrafted. No, I mean, I may have some more time off in the near future, so that could be happen. But no, thank you first time, Mike, and you're so brilliant, and you're so 100% correct. Everything you said. But yeah, no, there's a rich tapestry that Neil Gaiman did, and weaving the Sandman stories. And that's what are you going to do? He's so smart.
Neil Gaiman? Yes, he is very smart.
All right. Next.
Murph says Neil's a great storyteller, not my favorite comic book writer, but I do like his stuff.
You're smart too.
Sounds like shots fired.
Can you get your mouth around any other asses tonight?
MZ, say something nice to Raven Shadow.
I like your bamboo.
That needs to be on a T-shirt, I think.
I like your bamboo.
A nice bamboo you got there.
That's an excellent bamboo you have there.
That's an excellent bamboo you have. The plants need what do you call it? Sounds. We call it sound therapy.
Sounds.
We talk to it. You're like, oh, how's your mother? You know what I mean? Like you talk to the plants.
Do you talk to the bamboo? Do you sing to that bamboo?
No, I mean I sing to Ollie a lot.
Yeah, that bamboo looks like an anorexic Groot.
So do I.
Anorexic Groot. That is true. He's not lying.
That's the saddest looking plant I've ever seen in my entire life.
What are you gonna do with?
Yeah, Charlie Brown's Christmas tree had more life than that thing.
No, we decorated. We put the fucking Yuletide on it. We put, you know.
All right, we got one more voice message.
Thank you.
So let's check in.
Hey, so this is the squirrel that lives in Aries' beard. And I would just like to put out there that we would appreciate some more cheese puffs and some more chicken grease, but you can hold off on the nuts and really lay off for the hobo semen. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Oh.
I always do that about you.
God damn it!
Oh, Jesus.
You have a squirrel in there?
Apparently, I don't know.
Lay off the nuts.
Well, how can he get the hobo semen if he lays off the nuts?
Well, I'm sure he can work his magic other ways. Oh man, I think that's the first time we've ever heard from Aries' beard squirrel.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's not a reoccurring segment.
Probably his whole family living in there.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's. Let me just double check. I think that's it for voice messages. Unless you want me to play the beard squirrel again, Aries.
No, I think I'm good.
Play first time Mike again.
Oh shit. So yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna wrap things up. Is there anything else you guys wanted to mention that we hadn't had a chance to discuss?
This seems like an early finish for us.
It is. It is slightly early.
Let's make it happen.
No, I think we need to ramble on some more.
I do want to say,
MZ,
I do want to say before we leave, I do want to wish Wolfie a happy birthday. Next time I see him, he'll be. How old will you be? 40, 45, I think, right?
Yep.
For 21.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care about ages, Raven Shadow. And you and I are almost the same age. There's a few months apart, Raven Shadow. You're younger. You're the baby.
I am the baby.
No. I'm the baby. I'm still in my 20s.
Jeez.
I think
and you got girls growing in your beard already.
I think your hairline says otherwise. Although look at MZ's hairline. Look at that fucking thing.
The hair matches the shirt.
You're gonna have a full head of hair when you're fucking 90.
If I make 90.
You will.
I gotta make 90 first before that.
Well,
yeah, I think I'm gonna end up with like Jerry Stiller hair. I think
Jerry Stiller hair.
I don't know. It almost matches the shirt with that color. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that green and the shirt's red?
No, it's orange. Both are orange.
Yeah, this is like a burnt orange, and the hair is I don't know what the hell this is anymore.
It's a burnt umber.
It's more of a mango tango.
Well, in that case, MZ, your birthday is the day before mine.
Yep.
So I wish you a happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. I can't believe I'm hitting 50. My God.
I can't either. It's unbelievable.
Don't get too excited. You might drop before you actually hit the mark.
Yeah. Knowing your fucking luck.
I have no right being 50 years old.
Stay away from eating cube chicken.
You know what's nice is pudding and soups.
Pudding and soup. You got me in a rest home already?
Yeah. You should really go to bed early.
Applesauce.
Pork
You should get one of
chops
those
and applesauce.
You should get one of those change purses that like look kind of like woohoos. You know what I mean?
Oh, the squeezy ones?
The squeezy ones, yeah. He already has one of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy you some more of those originals. They keep next to your handkerchief.
Handkerchief. You got to call it a handkerchief.
Yeah. You wear more. You can start wearing more slacks.
Where's my hanky?
Yeah.
How you feeling about it, MZ? You a little trepidatious? A little scared?
No. So long as I still act like I'm 12 years old, I think I'm going to be just fine.
Well, I don't think there's a problem there. Yeah, I don't think you got to worry.
That's the thing, man. I mean, look. Back, in my 20s, I'm like 50. Fuck, that's old. But now I'm 50. I'm going to be 50. Haven't gotten there yet. I might die before then. And it's come to the realization that it's not. It's true. It's not the number that makes you old. It's how you feel.
Yep.
And of course, I'm a little bit slower now. My body hurts a little bit from here and there.
You're tired 24 hours a day.
If we went by how much you complained, you're 60.
No, he's fucking 100.
Actually, so all right. When is the official big day? Because I don't have Facebook on. I know it's soon.
Monday.
All right. So we need a bucket our Brad's birthday party, right? We'll put like a bunch of candles and hot dogs.
Candles and hot dogs.
We'll get like 50. We'll get like 50 hot dogs and 50 candles.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I could go down for that.
Let's be honest, those hot dogs will probably burn like candles, so we could just jam those in a cake.
Probably, yeah.
Come on, man.
So instead of lighting candles and hot dogs, like the hot
dogs.
The ends of the hot dog.
Put them in the cake. Nice.
And jam them in a cake. Yep.
Nice.
Blow the hot dogs out.
But I've come to the realization, that it's how you feel, and how you act, and I mean,
well, if we go by that, you're fucking 3 years old.
I mean that's two different things. How you feel and how you act. That's a big range.
Oh, I understand that,
Yeah.
but
I ain't feeling you. Believe me, I ain't feeling you.
Well, Wolfie has me shitting my pants at 3 years old. Come on, I'm like a 20-year-old, 21-year-old.
Baby did a boom boom.
Oh shit!
All right. Well, happy birthday, MZ. It's coming up on Monday. This is usually it happens like we usually do the show right around our birthdays, but we'll be a couple days out. So
yep. Next time you see me, I'll be 50.
Everyone wish him a happy birthday and go to his house and give him 50 fucking spanks.
50 slaps across the face.
Yeah, across the face. That's preferred. Yeah.
Oh, don't put that out there. There'll be a line out your door.
Aries will be there Sunday at 12:01 a.m. I mean,
here we go.
I mean, sorry, Sunday 11:59 p.m. is what I mean. Just waiting.
We do have the video of DC 30 where everyone smacked him 30 times in the
office.
office.
Oh,
yeah.
Remember that we had that cat of nine tails too.
I remember that.
That was a good night.
DC 30.
I'll tell you, I never expected that. I'll be honest. I never expected you guys to do that for me.
And that girl really smacked you too. She was hot.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was fucking crazy. Yeah, I remember that. All right, so yeah, I guess we can end the episode. Evil Corny says, "Happy birthday, MZ and Wolfie." Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Corny's got one coming up.
Yeah, he does.
June 23rd.
Oh, look at you. Are you going to send him a message, or are you going to wait for him to message you on his birthday?
Well, Corey is gonna fucking talk before that.
You gonna eat? What if you send you some cicadas? You gonna eat them?
I don't want cicadas.
How do you know? You never tried them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that.
What if he sent you PB&J covered cicadas?
It sounds almost delicious.
Well,
but no,
what
I
if they were? What if they were
cicada
cicada uncrustables? Yeah.
Yeah, ain't that fucked up yet, Johnny?
We'll get you that fucked up, and you'll try them.
Yeah.
That's why you got to come over, Aries.
If I come over, you eating them.
All right.
Yeah. He ain't making
Wow.
that journey for nothing.
All right. Let's go around. That's it. Let's go around the room and say our goodbyes, starting with MZ.
That's it. Show's over. Arrivederci, douchebags.
Show's over, says the lady.
You heard the lady. Party's over.
It's over, said the girl.
Oh shit. Corny says mine is easy because it's the Batman 1989 release date.
It's true.
Only someone with that birthday would remember that.
And Raven.
Yeah.
I know two birthdays, mine and Corny's,
because it's Batman 89.
Yeah.
That must have been a cool birthday present. All right. Oh, go ahead, Aries.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, would he really know if he was born on that day?
Well, he wasn't born on the day it came out. It came out on his birthday.
Oh, I don't know how young he is.
Corny's a lot older than that. No offense,
I don't know.
Corny.
Oh, yeah, how old is Corny? Yeah,
He's got such smooth, supple skin.
He's Johnny and mine's age.
Yeah.
Oh, 13th birthday. Okay.
With the Young Bucks.
Young Bucks.
Oh, he was right in that prime age for that movie. 13?
We got the young bucks and the old fucks. All right, say goodbye, Aries.
All right, goodbye.
Raven Shadow, your turn.
Live fast, love hard, survive with your mask on.
All right. We had Angry Townsman says older Duke Nukem. I think he means MZ. Are you Duke Nukem?
Oh shit! It is.
You gonna say? Did you ever play Duke Nukem, MZ?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I know the character though.
He is
like you. He's got no filter.
Yeah, he's like you. Got no filter. And I think he was partially maybe based off of Ash. I remember seeing like he had some like Ashisms, like "Hail to the King" or things like that. So
that was it because Parallax played that game and it would say groovy and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember the groovy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So that is going to do it. We appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out with us. We got some great voice messages. We got some great activity going on in the live room. So we appreciate everyone who hung out and spent the Thursday evening with us. If you guys have never experienced a live show, you should, because you can watch all of our old faces.
I don't know if you're really selling it.
Yeah. All of our beautiful faces. Some of our beautiful faces. And you can see Raven Shadow's Lucky Bamboo. Oh, you almost knocked it over.
Oh, shit.
You got his
the
lucky,
thing is dying.
You got his Lucky Bamboo. Yeah, it's going to be dead next week.
Why are you saying that?
Because it looks like it's dying.
Yeah.
A point of reference, it looks worse than you.
Ooh.
Really? That's fucked up.
All right. So we appreciate everyone tuning in. And for everyone who's going to listen to the podcast, we appreciate you guys as well. If you want, you can always watch the live feed later on. It's archived on our website and also on our YouTube. On YouTube, we don't give this out often, but it's Trick or Treat Radio. So go to youtube.com/Trick or Treat Radio, I believe, or just search for Trick or Treat Radio. We'll come up. So yes, so thank you everybody. Murph says love you guys, kisses. I'll probably make it in more until Doug's shit is back up and running. It was good seeing you, Murph. I hope everything goes well, and wish Doug the best in getting back on his feet. And hopefully people check out that link. Once again, let me give it to you. It is payhip.com/themidnightdrive-in. And you get a whole bunch of shit on there, and you get to help someone to kind of get back on their feet after having their house burned down. So give that a look. And best wishes to Doug. And hopefully everything works out sooner than later. All right, that is going to do it. So we appreciate you guys, and we will see you next week for episode 464. We're going to be talking about Caveat. Check it out on Shudder. See you then.